House of Anna, thank you. Of course, you know what that means. So you should be praying for me, so I don't give birth to. I don't now become pregnant for 5 babies at the same time. That's a creative miracle right there. That is God. So, like I was saying, I saw someone sent me a video. My my messenger is full. My admin came today and said, Mommy, there are too many. And she opened it and she started forwarding them. I'm going to be talking from them, the ones she forwarded. In fact, she had to stop so that we can address those ones. So I want you to know that from the Word of God and from the little experience and your own experience, I will send to you in Texas. Wait for me in a couple of months. So I know that God is going to speak to us all. That is the truth. He will speak to us all tonight. So get ready. I haven't seen that on Facebook. It still came without a...
It was the first one that came.
I'm still looking for the link. No, that's what I'm saying. This one you sent came without a picture.
Okay, let me send that.
Yeah. So you get ready to be blessed. Yeah, I'm coming to UK in a couple of months. We're planning a big program in UK. If you're in UK and you want to be part of the meeting, we already have a group. We already have a WhatsApp group for the UK meeting. Right now we are deliberating on the venue of the program. That's what we are doing. So you can let us know by the end of the meeting. You can DM me and then I will get back. So from the time we heard about what happened to our sister, our daughter, our friend, mommy to 4 children, and God's minstrel, God's blessed instrument, a lot of things started coming up. People who were silent. You know, when I read people's comments, why didn't you? I don't respond. I have 1 or 2. Normally, I don't respond. I don't. You might think you have evidence. You might think you know. You'll be shocked. You might think you have a case against somebody. You might be shocked. You might be very shocked. So somebody might keep quiet. He doesn't know, they don't know what they are doing. So when people begin to say, why didn't you? I'm like, do they know about the law of conduct, which is trespassing? You can be sued. Somebody said, you know, you can be prosecuted for that. You can be prosecuted for that because you do not have permission. I am a married woman, and then you come, I came to you quietly, and I told you, see what my husband is doing to me. But if you love me, keep it for me. We're handling it. We're on it. We're praying for him, and it will stop. You know the word, you can never make the world happy. Tomorrow now, when you try to help, they will say you're the one. You are the one that made my wife to live, as if wife na baby. As if when you people started, I was there. And all the trauma and pain and whatever, it might actually be life that someone is saving. I don't think I've ever told anybody, divorce your husband. Never. Never ever. Not in the dream. Not physical. Not at all. You know, sometimes people have 1 or 2 impressions that their head told them. And they think that Potiphar's wife had evidence. But the truth was with Joseph. No, I have tell me, I didn't know she wasn't telling me to act. You know, sometimes people are talking to you because they want to pour out their heart. Their mind and heart and body and soul is still in their union. You will be the enemy when they will reconcile with you. Can I shock you? No matter how people settle, never rule it out of your mind that they might get together one day. And every role you played, even the one that was misunderstood, will come to limelight. Somebody might be out there saying, you're the one that made my wife to go. Meanwhile, your wife took her decision. You might even be the one begging her, don't go. Please. So in that other case, I carried the thing on my mind. I'm like, wow, what are you doing to this girl? She had told me and left. I didn't want to tell her that I was going to reach the man. And I reached the man. The man said, who told you that? The lady denied. The only thing that saved me was that no other person would have told me such details if it wasn't her. The man knew it was her, but she denied that she wasn't the one who told me. Why didn't you report? Why didn't you drag her? Hey, you're talking about somebody in her home. Let me ask, how do you begin the dragging? So the dragging means you're going to go to welfare or going to go to police. Of course, not you alone, because if husband they beat her and husband see you, he will beat you joy. If husband beat her and then husband is a wife beater, any woman he will beat. And then you now dress up and go to somebody's house. That you're here because you want to come and save sister A. Sister A reported and you're your own. Or you carry police and say, police, come and escort me. And the man asked the wife said, darling, I don't know what they are doing. Because they had made love yesterday night and reconciled on the bedroom. Because they had slept together. And the man had knelt down and said, yes, I said I won't beat you again. This third one is a mistake. The fourth one will not happen. Let me sign for you. I'm talking from experience. And so they turn around and say, police, we don't understand this lady. What did you say your name is? Pastor Chioma. We don't know who you are. Husband and wife joined together, entered the house, and you're left alone. I'm talking from experience. I've also had people who came to me and they said, Mommy, I'm talking to you to help. Hey! So I invited the man. And when he got angry, I got angry. He hit his hand on the table. I hit mine on the table. I said, do that thing again. I personally will remove you from your job. Try it again. I will personally remove you from your job. I was talking to the two of them. He got up and left angrily. It never happened again. So when you see people who are talking like that, they don't get knowledge. If they have the knowledge of the law and have the knowledge of the little about the case, they won't do what they're doing. So my phone is full with a lot of people who have sent in their pain, and I want to answer their questions. Okay. Where is it? Okay, you're just sending it right now. Okay, so this one now is Facebook, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's get ready, because I know God will speak to us. I want you to invite anybody you know that is going through abuse. Please, quickly. That's what I'm doing right now. The link just came to my phone and I'm sending to a whole lot of people on my page, on my WhatsApp, so they can join us right away. Do you know the opposite of abuse? Opposite of abuse. Okay, you hear. Now, before I come up with the questions, hear what the Bible says. Colossians 3 verse 19. Husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them. I want you to get your pen and your paper and take these scriptures, write them down. Husbands. He didn't say houseboys. He says husband, the husbandman. That's what he says. Love your wives and do not be harsh to them. So be noting the key words there. Love, harsh. So opposite of violence is love. Opposite of violence is love. Colossians 3:19. Husbands, love your wives. Do not, is a command. Is a command. Do not be harsh on them. Psalm 11 verse 5. Colossians 3:19. Psalm 11 verse 5. What does it say? The Lord tests the righteous, but his soul hates the wicked. So, and the one who loves violence. Bring it on. So, God hates divorce. God abhors murder. God hates violence. Bible. Scripture. We're looking at the things God hates. God hates divorce. The Bible abhors. So it's a sacrilege. No. Human sacrifice. God hates murder. God hates violence. Those two, the last two, carry blood for their hand. Weightier, mightier, bigger than divorce. You run. In this one, you run out of danger. This one, you run unprepared. Somebody is coming for your life. Somebody has a gun. Somebody has a machete. Somebody has a broken bottle. Somebody has a weapon. You don't negotiate. You don't begin to say, no, you disappear. Get out. Let the persons, I didn't say divorce. Shift. So if you don't know, there are three major things God hates. Number one, what did I say? Divorce. Number two, murder. Number three, violence. Psalm 11 verse 5. He hates it. The Lord tests the righteous, but his soul. So this one, when you do it, you touch his soul. When you do it, you're touching God in a dangerous way. You're touching him in a way he won't like it. His soul hates the wicked. Sir, are you a wicked man? God hates you. Are you a wicked husband? God hates you. Ma, are you a wicked wife? God hates you. Ma, are you wicked to that little girl that you went to her mother in the village and brought to come and be helping you, and you're wicked to her, God hates you. Are you wicked to those who are working with you? He hates you. Do you exhibit wickedness in all you do? He hates you. You take your children out, the house girl stands by the side of the door, waiting for them to finish taking ice cream. You will not give her, and all of you will go. He hates you. Bible. So we're looking at the things God. Some of the people who are crying out, your homes, the people who are living with you are in pain. You've killed them all. Remember, God looked at what Abraham did as killing Isaac. As far as God was concerned, he committed it. He killed him. You could see there was no restriction. My husband is a lawyer. An associate professor in law. So, I know a little by relationship. And I was asking him, why do you need investigations even when the case is glaring? He says that's the law. He told me a lot of things that is not even necessary. It's not for us here. He says, honey, that is the law. So the law will take its due course. So that's why it takes a little time. You want to know the things God hates? Divorce. Now let's look at it this way. This is divorce. Can I have two more? Okay. Let's look at divorce. Let's look at what again? Murder
and violence.
And violence. You see? The three of them. Divorce, murder, violence. This one, with the talker, I'm going to divorce you. I'm not going to be, you're still in that household. I don't want to marry again. Apparently, it might be because of this. But this one, life day. This one is intact. The three things God hates. This one is murder. You know what murder is? No, to kill somebody to death. To send somebody to an untimely grave. This one. This one is violence according to Psalm 11 verse 5. God hates it. Somebody didn't do this one and you're busy using your tongue anyhow. As far as you're concerned, you're far better than any other person. But you're in this one. Three of them, God hates. Now, if God hates divorce, God hates murder, and God hates violence, He hates three of them. And somebody committed this one, and he said, you can do this one and leave. But in these two, you will die. Okay, let's think and reason. And I'm going to balance it. Isn't it better you do the one that you will live and go to heaven than you get involved in the one that you will die? No chance of even making it up with God again. But I want you to put in your head that because a lot of people know this is what the Bible says. One woman said, since I cannot divorce you, church will not allow me to. I'll gradually, quietly poison him. He'll be eating the poison gradually until he dies. That way, nobody will blame me. So I'll give it to him in January, and then he will develop sickness, maybe liver or kidney or anything. They won't know it's poison. It is what it has manifested. That's what they are going to lay hold on. Then after 2 or 3 months, as he's trying to recall, how can such a wicked mind? This is somebody who, this was actually, on the phone. I preach on the radio, somebody will call me, I'm an armed robber. I give up. I didn't talk about armed robbery. I talked about the 5th commandment. Honor your father and your mother. And my phone rang. And I picked it up. And somebody said to me, I surrender my gun. I said, who are you? He said, it's not necessary to know who I am. After listening to you on the radio tonight, I've been on the radio since 2008. And this is 2022. That's like 10 years, non-stop, every Friday by 7:45 p.m. It's been a blessing to the world, non-stop, consistently. And he said, after listening to your program, I decided to stop armed robbery. What is your name? No need, but know that your message tonight has saved an armed robber. That's a blessing. The Bible says, do not be harsh. How I wish that a lot of people, do you know I don't get excited during wedding? It's not fun for me. You see that your wedding gown? I didn't see it though. You see that decoration? I don't see it. The moment tears will begin to roll down my eyes. Are you using your phone? Okay. The moment tears will begin to roll down, is when I see the lady and her father holding her by the hand and walking down the aisle. That's when I start crying. And in my mind I'm asking, does she know what she's about to do? That one that is waiting for her, is he ready? Have they really been prepared? Marriage is not love making. These people who are killing each other, they know they make love. Don't they sleep together? But it's still a wonder to me, how somebody will be beating you blue black and you're still getting pregnant another. Well, I don't know how they do that one. Anyway. So let's begin. Let's begin by addressing some of the questions that came. Please invite people. IG. Send the link out. Invite people. I also went through hell. Really? I also went through hell from my ex. So that means this person is not married anymore. Even in sickness, he beat me up like an animal. And threatened to throw me across the fence. And threatened to throw me across the fence. Man, this is a marriage of 11 years. We were wedded by, in brackets, I don't want to mention the name, but one of the voices in Nigeria. Known voice by everyone. That's who joined them together. So you know what? It is not the church where the wedding took place. You know what? It is not the bishop or the pastor or the senior prophet that joined you together in holy matrimony. I was in Dallas last year. Which of the trips? Maybe the one of April or May. And I was being taken round, and we got to a beautiful glass hotel or an event center. My host slowed down and said, Pastor Chioma, to do wedding here is $60,000 for 1 hour. It is $60,000, and the number of the people must not exceed either 100 or 200. $60,000 for either 1 hour or 2 hours. And then she said, can you believe that the last wedding that was done here 3 months ago, they have divorced under 3 months. So you see why our venue, where we are going to do the wedding, we do it like Garden of Eden, yet we don't behave like those in the garden. The very first person that should have laid hands on his wife happened to be Adam. You know that thing Eve did? A lot of men will beat their wives because of that. You were not supposed to block this one, but Oga collected and ate. and didn't get angry. I purposely took my PhD topic on paternal deprivation, birth order, family size as correlates to juvenile delinquency. It will shock you how much paternal deprivation or maternal deprivation is not the absence of the mother or the father in the home, but the absence of the influence of these people in the home. So it's not who joined you together. It's not who wedded you. It's not the hospital that you gave birth to. How much they charge you. Whether you delivered in America, UK, it is not those things. You see that child? If you don't put your feet down and train that child, you're raising something else that the society will ask you questions. So it's not where you give birth that is the problem. It is not even what you ate. It doesn't even have to do with ajebo and ajepako. I don't know the meaning. It doesn't even have to do, we're born in the city. I'm a city girl. I'm not a village, I am a village girl. I'm not a city girl. My major fear was how to take care of our 3 kids, since I was just a class teacher in a private school. Now, this here comes. Never be idle. Let's begin to solve these problems by being wise. Make me sabi something. Why are you idle? Let me tell you, one day, when the ministry started newly, I went to my husband and I said, honey, I don't have shoe. I need a new shoe. He said, honey, they haven't paid us salary. Once they pay us, I'll give you. I said, I keep forgetting it's not this man that called me. Oh, I shouldn't put the weight of the ministry on him. The caller is God. I said it out. I said, I keep forgetting you're not the one that called me, that it is God. His office was, in our church. He's a pastor and a lawyer. I went straight to the altar, knelt down, and I said, oh Lord, I need a shoe. The one I have has now become koi. You've heard me say that, recount that story before. He was koi to a point. I went to a cobbler and I told him, Aboki, can you help me mend this shoe? He said to me, Kai, walai, madam, this one, it don't spoil. I said, no. I just don't want to draw attention when I'm coming. I don't want people to be hearing koi. You say, madam, walai, there's nothing I can do. I say, please manage. Just do it. Just pad it. Even if I wear it for today and the thing goes off, it's okay. But let it be that when I'm walking in, nobody will hear, any sound. And that was when I said, let me tell him I needed a good shoe. He told me, honey, I've not been paid. I went to the altar. From that time till today, I've never lacked shoe. That was in 2008. I have never. I've been giving shoes worth thousands that I saw one day. Somebody brought a set. I looked at them, 350, 450, 350. I quietly packed them and put in my box. I said, me, I will not wear it. 4 years ago. I said, I won't wear it. Because when you put it together, you will buy a plot of land. I said, lie, I will not wear. Don't ever be idle. I'm a writer. I've written about 8 books. I remember going in for a speaking engagement one day, and I carried 1,000 of my books. I sell each one 100. How much? 1,000. And I took how many did I take? 1,000 of them. In few hours, I had 1 million naira in my hand. Just for, it wasn't the honorarium they gave me, it was my books alone. Don't be idle. Learn to make bread. Learn to bake. My daughter is 11. She learned how to bake in one day. That was when she was 10. When she's hungry at 11, she goes downstairs to make her food, and she'll make for her brother. Don't be idle. You see those women? You never want me to work. Is it cute? And you have agreed. Work in the house. Work from home. Do something. Don't be idle. He doesn't want me to die. What if something happens to him tomorrow? You will now begin later in life to learn what you were never used to. I say a lot of doctors, lawyers, and they say it and they are cute. It's cute. To them is love. He loves me so much, he doesn't want me to work. If that lady were empowered, empowerment is not somebody dashing you money. It's the mind being at work. Never be idle. Never depend on anyone. Be industrious. Stop depending on your husband. Stop. When the man knows that you are an entity, you don't bring something on the table, you're the table yourself, he will give you respect. He will give you respect. Do poultry, do goatry, do piggery, do fishery. So many things you can do. You don't have to be getting millions every day, but the money that will pay as you go, but never be idle. But I don't have anybody to empower me. Number one is God. Bank is there. Bank will give you loan of 5,000 naira. They'll give you 10. Sell eggs. Sell them. They will give you loan of 12 your gain and then use your main money. You don't eat anything. If I look the way a stick, in a day I can just take mangoes or take oranges or take one meal, but water I can drink a gallon. So maybe water adds me weight. And anytime you check my blood, I eat well. Yeah. I chew garden egg. I'm garden egg leaf. Like I take things that is good for me. When you're bringing something to the table, you have a little respect. All the time. Especially to his girlfriends. Client, but I just discovered it's a big lie. He used to go and meet up with other ladies. Please, ma, advise me. How did you get married in the first place? Because this person is a test. There are about 8 ways to know the will of God in marriage. About eight tests. Knowing the will of God in marriage is different. Testing of spiritual test. What he said in the morning, is it what he's saying in the afternoon? Does he mean what he says? Is he a liar? You'll be with him and his friend will call him. And he will tell you, hey guy, where you there? He said, oh me I there for Banco. Or I there and you're there, you just smile, sharp guy. He will sharp you. Came with me and somebody puts up a call and somebody called him. He said, I'm on my way. I replied immediately, he's not on his way. He's right in my house making my nails. Why do we tell those kind of lies? And then he will say it before you, you will smile. He will say it to you one day. He will also do it to you. Because you can't give what you don't have. Yeah. Name more that God none have it. It's only what you have and know that you give out. He failed the integrity test woefully. Report him to family members. Eh? Do you have a pastor? Most of the times, mommy, he doesn't, you know that kind of statement, it pains me. Because from day one, you should have known. My husband is a man set in his own ways. He doesn't listen to anybody. All these church people. I wasn't going to church before God blessed me. And who told you that after God blessed you, the blessing or the door of blessing has closed? And me, sometimes when people talk, I wonder. He made you a millionaire and then he closed the door of millions. And I've been here, Mandelebo Jikati Alazia Gada, Regede Gida Labashikata, and I will sow, and I will pray, and I will do his work. And your mind is telling you that millions will end with you. That's a lie. I'm going to be a billionaire because he pays to serve Jesus. I speak from my heart. So you need a round table. Let me tell you, these people must be your friends. Marry your friends. Be friendly. Because there are times you're going to look for the love. The friendship will keep you. Okay? It is, don't keep quiet. When you try to talk it over with him and he's not responding, don't feel anyhow. You can imagine if Mary didn't have Elizabeth, who would she have talked to? I believe that she witnessed the birth of John the Baptist, because that woman was 6 months pregnant when she got there, and she stayed there 3 months. I want to believe she witnessed it, so she was able to do it all alone in a manger. Talk to people. You see the reason why things will just happen and nobody will know, because you've been keeping it to. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody, and they are killing you. Don't talk to anybody. We can settle it ourselves, and they are hurting you. What is happening? I'm fine. Everything is okay. I'm just passing through a phase. I will soon be fine. One day people will hear you died. God forbid, nobody will die. And nobody will know what happened to you. That murderer will still be alive, waiting for the next victim. You don't keep quiet. Mary had Elizabeth, that she could go and confess. Everybody is bad. Everybody is not bad, because you are part of everybody. Don't trust people. People, you're part of people. So if nobody is to be trusted at all, then nobody can trust you too, because you're part of people. Do you understand? That a lot of people have polluted the air does not mean that everybody is now wicked. That every pastor is now wicked. Every deacon is now wicked. It's not true. It's not true. Know people by revelation. Okay? God was the one who drew the attention of Jonathan. And that was how he became very close to David, to the extent that he saved that young man from death. Now, I won't say her name. A mother of 4 kids. I run the same business with my husband. Even though I'm interested in this is I wanted to talk about physical abuse, but this is psychological torture. And it's more dangerous and a silent killer. This one hurts the mind and soul and the heart. The physical one is more dangerous because it will hurt the physical and the inner one at the same time. So she does the same business, runs the same business with her husband, and the man takes the money, he doesn't pay her. He only gives her money to cook soup and rice and chicken, but she doesn't have pocket money. Okay? Remember the scripture. God hates a wicked man. You're being wicked. And he hates a man that has violence. That is violent. He hates him. That's why things are not balancing. The more you do that business, the more it doesn't balance. And I'm blaming an uncle, giving the devil power more than God. That is the uncle in the village that is manipulating you. We should be friends. So it's very wrong. He should pay you. You have to be friends before marriage so you can talk to each other. So call him and tell him that you expect that you need pocket money. Don't be afraid. I don't like when men intimidate ladies to a point that they find it difficult. If you cannot talk to your partner freely, then you're in bondage. You can't relate with your partner freely, you're not married. Something is wrong somewhere. You see him coming, you're fidgeting, you're angry, you're sweating. Oh my God. And at the end of the day, you still sleep together? Well, now I can have a listening ear to marital rape. Marital rape in law says, once there is an initial no, I'm not in the mood. No, leave me alone. And you force her by trying to talk to her, by intimidation. You've been denying me this. I'm not. And she said, okay, no problem. It says, that's why they call it marital rape. Once there's a, so how can all of this be happening? You bottle them up, yet you open to each other. I can't get it. Be friends. Look at this one. Okay, let me still do it. Good morning, man. How is family? Please, I just have a question. Please, based on everybody listening to this now, Please, based on the recent occurrence which led to the death of our beloved sister, Osinachi Nwachukwu, right? Many have seen to advise a divorce when marriage assumes a life-threatening stance. And I think it is one of the wisest decisions a believer should make in cases such as that of Sister Osinachi. But I think the reason many of these believers stay in such unhealthy marriages like that of Osinachi is for the fear of falling. Who walks out of marriage based on the stance of abuse, except it is on the ground of sexual infidelity? Based on this fact, which might sound flimsy, no, it doesn't sound flimsy. That's why I'm reading it. To many of these heaven-minded believers tend to stay in such unhealthy marriages just to avoid sexual immorality, which according to their thoughts might eventually occur should they walk out knowing they are not permitted to remarry. My thoughts though, what do you scripturally think on the issue of divorce and remarriage, especially as in the light of abusive marriages, as in the case of our beloved sister Osinachi? I think we should all pay attention to this one. It has been said, anyone who divorces his wife must give her a certificate of divorce. 32. But I tell you, for sexual immorality makes her the victim of adultery. And anyone who marries a divorced woman commits adultery. Matthew 5:31. There is one thing I discovered that never happened during the time of Jesus Christ. I didn't see him pray for a woman looking for the fruit of the womb. Does that mean that women looking for the fruit of the womb shouldn't go to be prayed for? There was never a woman who went to Jesus. Her prayer was, Master, I want to have a baby. Or Master, I want to get married. No. Now, does that mean because he was not done that nobody should go? You know the answer. The answer is that the bait of Jesus alone was a direct slap, shame on barrenness. Immediately Red Sea saw the rod that the Bible likened to be Christ. He took off. So by the time childlessness, barrenness saw Jesus appear, it ended with Zachariah and Elizabeth. Remember, Jesus was born. We never saw a childless woman until he was here on earth. If there were, we didn't see anyone. The Bible didn't even tell us about the woman with the issue of blood, whether she had had children or she hadn't had children. But all we know was that the lady was interested in the issue of blood, that she had spent all her money. Now look at Jeremiah 3 verse 1. If a man divorces his wife and she leaves him and marries another man, should he return to her again? Would not the land be completely defiled? But listen, but you have lived as a prostitute with many lovers. Would you now return to me, declares the Lord? I want people who understand English to, you need to sit down, get the Bible, study it, know God for yourself, and a lot of questions will be answered. If a man divorces his wife and she leaves, God was giving an example. Remember, the people of Israel were unfaithful to God, he adopted the Gentiles and married them. Israelites. They made God weak. This is God talking. If a man divorces his wife and she leaves him and marries another man, should he return and be completely defiled? But you have lived as a prostitute with many lovers. Would you now return to me, declares the Lord? Listen again. Malachi 2 verse 16. The man who hates and divorces his wife, the man who hates and divorces his wife, says the Lord, the God of Israel, does violence to the one he should protect, says the Lord Almighty. So be on your guard and do not be unfaithful. I want you to read Malachi 2:16, Jeremiah 3:1, and Matthew 5:31 to 32. It is a controversial topic based on different interpretations. Even with marital of immorality, there are still churches who will tell you whether the person is committing adultery or is not adultery, marriage is for better, for worse. And those things we say are not actually in the Bible. What is in the Bible? What God has joined together. Let no man put it anything, put it asunder. So there are people who believe that once you're divorced, a lot of churches, now let me tell you something. I don't know why that is a problem. You're a minister of the gospel, and then something happened, and your major challenge is church will not invite me again. Most of the things that is selling me and opening doors, it's not just Pastor Chioma. It is the PhD that is at the end of the name that God has graced. Presently, I'm in Harvard. I chose not to appear in Boston. I chose to be online. So I'm running 2 courses concurrently. I've done the first one. I led Nigerian delegates to Europe, not because after all, there was an FCT magistrate there. When we got to Dubai, he was asking me, so where do you live in Abuja? I said, I don't live in Abuja. Oh, you live in Lagos? I said, no, I don't live in Lagos. Are you in Port Harcourt? I said, no, I don't live in Port Harcourt. He said, then where are you? So the cities in Nigeria has finished. Meanwhile, God is looking for the David in the bush. I know my Gmail is full. You are overqualified for this office, for this other office. You have the academics that we need. I have a first master's. I have 6 of them. I have a second. I have a PhD. I've done the first Harvard. I'm doing the second and the third at the same time. Do you know why I said all of this? The fear of a lot of people, they will make me, nobody will invite me again. Invite yourself. Nobody will talk to me again. Master dates. Master D-D-A-T-E. Self-love. After all, when you enter the plane and they are making those announcements for those precautions we need to take, they will tell you, before you assist another person, help yourself first. There are positions and a lot of NGOs. One award, come and be a fellow. I have about 4 or 5 waiting invitations to come and be a fellow. That's why you see FIMC attached to my name after PhD. That is fellow. Institute of Managerial Consultancy. The highest managerial. Now people beg me, you already have a PhD. So just come. Let us make you a fellow. Let's break protocols and give you a degree. That's the level where I am now. So most of the things you see is because there is a level of education that is attached to me. And I'm still, because there's a position waiting for me in the country. And so I am getting myself ready by enhancing it. The reason why nobody will invite me, is it invitation that has kept you? All this while. Nobody will talk with that one fear. Who will that one bother? If I run away now, see, when it comes to abuse, don't stay to negotiate. Vamos. Talk from that end. I'm still answering that question. Until he or she becomes sane, come back. I don't think everybody is saying, go ahead, go and divorce. So there was a misconception on even what he wrote. People are saying, if they beat you and hit you, get out. Will you stay for them to kill you? You will not stay. You will die. Neither have I seen anybody say divorce him. All I've been reading is run for your life. Get out and save your life first. Don't let him kill you. I know some people that left their marriages that I practically pleaded, don't leave. Stay where you are. You people should make. I will still answer that question. I'm coming because there's another question here. So when you because they will not give me money. How much will honorary? The people who bless me don't even listen to me. I was at the airport and a woman said, "Is that Pastor Chioma?" Okay, like for real? Oh, you come here. Is that Pastor Chioma? We're on the same seat. Either I was in 2A, she was in 2B or something, or 1A, and she was in 1B. She said, I have been carrying this money, waiting for when I will set my eyes on you. I haven't sat under your administration, but I watched you. You're a blessing. I just want to bless you with this. It wasn't in Naira, it was in dollars. Do you know there is something that people forget? They forget the God factor in your life. They only carry on the man factor. Negative and wicked, diabolic and manipulative idea. God is a God of all truth. Remember, Potiphar's wife get evidence. But you and I know that evidence was fake. It wasn't real. It takes two. Two of them were there. And she was trying to lure this one. This one took off. And she grabbed his coat. And it was evidence. So somebody might have evidence. But that might not be the truth. Because when the chiefs are down and you stay together, you will know the beginning and the ending. They won't call you again. Society will do this one. Are you talking to everybody? Somebody said, my people said he should buy me a car. My people said he should do me this. Right? And I asked her a question. Is marriage a democracy? Because from the last time I checked, democracy is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Is marriage democracy? If I do this now, they will not do. Now we want to honor you. And it is based on your level of academics and then coupled. Most of these other religions are not even looking at the pastor. When I led Nigerian delegates out of this country, it wasn't the pastor that they were looking at. When the Lord told me, you get ready, because you're going to be asked a question. I said, but I'm not a speaker. I'm just going to participate. He said, I've told you. I started saying, got 1 or 2 or 3 information on the topic. Wore my dress and I went. In the middle of the conference, I came out to use the restroom. And I saw plenty of me. A white man and a white lady holding gigantic camera. And I turned. You? They say, yeah, you were talking to you. In the midst of these 3,000 people, the God factor. The God factor that people take for granted. The God factor that they stay in their room and plan it waterproof. I mean, no air. The unseen guest at every meal. You know what they told me? In the midst of everybody here, you're the one wearing a uniform. Orange, white, and blue. I looked at my dress. Orange, white, and blue. So you're the only one. You are the spokeslady of the conference. I was on that European television for 1 week. I wasn't a speaker. I was invited to participate, but I led the team. But I was the one that talked about. So people forget that most of the times adding value to yourself is very relevant. There are people who make clothes for me. I tell them, anywhere, be a womanpreneur, womanpreneur, ladypreneur. You are an entrepreneur, be the womanpreneur. What do? You sew. Anywhere you're going, go with your tape, needle, and sewing kit. You can run into a big woman at the airport where the dress don't tear. And you say, Mom, don't worry, let's just enter the restroom. I'll be of help to you. That thing might earn you the rest of the thing you need in life. So when such negative fear begin to take you over, see me, outside pastoring, now big boss who are you. I'm a big boss in any company. Because up till now, I'm still enhancing myself. I've done principles of leadership. I'm doing sustainability. What is even the name of my course? Sustainable business strategy. I'm doing organizational leadership. Not in any house school in Harvard. The third time. And when I upload it, you look at me as a small woman. You're a joker. Because the God's grace on the work I'm doing is what will people say. When you die, people come and bury you. That's what they will say. When something happens to you, people will analyze it from their home. That's what people will say. Let's have sense. When the pressure is to kill you, when they plan, how can a man? Okay, you're not a man though. And I think a lot of times these women are even bigger than these men that beats them. It's just respect though. One woman just bundled her husband like this. The man was saying, bring me down though. Bring me down. Bring me down. The woman said, after today, say no to violence. Whether from man or from woman. He's been punching her. That day, she gathered momentum and gave it to him 100-fold and took the key, packed her luggage and said, stay in your house. By the time she was leaving, the man was still gathering strength to come out. Sometimes it is respect. But I see you as a weaker vessel when you pull an object to flog your wife. You're wicked, and God hates wicked people. So I've told you 3 things. There are a lot of them that God hates. He hates divorce. He hates murder. He hates a wicked and violent man. Man there is relative, man or woman. I hope you're following. Okay. So when it comes to that, the Bible gave a rule. Sometimes you can just let go. Sometimes you can just let go. Let's be fast now. Sometimes you can just let go. You can forgive. If there is total repentance. And it's obvious that the person is sorry. If you are in love and you offend your partner, apologize. And say, I'm sorry. That's why you're partner. That's why you're together. Apologize. And the partner should be able to say, okay, I forgive you. Okay, no problem. But don't do it again. Sorry, light is coming. But don't do it again. But that is the ground that Jesus himself, remember that they were asking him these questions to trap him. Remember when they came to ask him about the woman that was caught in adultery, it was to trap him. Remember, don't forget it. That there was a reason why they kept, throwing those questions at him. They wanted to get him, but they didn't get him. they couldn't get him. Because Jesus is an all-wise God. He knew their plans. He knew what they had in mind. And so he was ready for them. Okay? So, now let us look at another one. When your husband hits you, look at this one. Mommy, when your husband hits you for the first time, to the point where you passed out. The man beat you to a point where you passed out. I'm sorry, Solar has been in Enugu. He's been going through repairs. Before, when light goes off, Solar just comes immediately. Can I get something to clean my glasses? Solar will just come on board. Solar had overload. Don't worry, I've seen my lens cleaner. Solar had a lot of load, and I guess it broke down, so he's still going through repairs in Enugu. It will soon be back. That's why we had to be offline, so I apologize for that. It will soon be back. So look at what somebody who calls himself a man. You're a boy. I don't know who you are. I don't know who made you. Because upon all that we do, God doesn't beat us. He will still forgive us. You are accused of what you have done 1,000,000 times. You know, some people can be highly manipulative. Something will happen, they will twist it and put it on you that you're the one. And they always forget the God factor. There's always a God factor. Mommy, he hit me to a point where I passed out. You left his house with your daughter. He never cared. He never came. He didn't check on you, but only caring for the daughter. Then all of a sudden, he comes back begging for forgiveness. What do I do? Don't be in a hurry to go back. A lot should be put in place. Counseling and deliverance sessions must be arranged. Stay where you are and relate from there. Reconcile, but stay back. Don't come back like that. There must be an undertaking. Witnesses will come, and he will write, or she will. It's not only men that beat women. Women also beat men. Whoever the abuser is, or the abuser now, the one who's abusing, must write an undertaking. It's a threat to life. Anybody who is planning to betray you, to report them, even without their knowing. Narrate the encounter. Tell the story. Let somebody have evidence. Let somebody already hold that evidence that they don't think you know and also have. Let there be another person that will hold it. Make sure. Don't just come back in a hurry because he said sorry. He has not repented. He hasn't. So he needs to be prayed for. He needs to go through therapies from people like us. If they give us an opportunity, let me tell you, I have to make a public notice. If you will come to me and I advise you, you will not take it. Don't come. Because it's painful. And people will be saying, why didn't you drag her? Why didn't you drag her? Drag her to where? Drag her to where? Oga, that is a law. There is a law that is called law of conduct, and is trespass is criminal. You're trespassing, that's not your own. How will you even announce it? You go to the road, everybody listen up, or you go to welfare, and then welfare will call them. And that person that told you, don't mention it, will say, I didn't tell you, like they did to me one day. I don't know what you're saying, but I did not. I didn't tell you to report it. We're still together. I don't want anybody reporting. Not once, not twice. By experience. If you need help, raise your hand. And let the hand remain lifted until you are assisted. My neighbor said, her husband said, he will not pay her school fees because he's training the younger sister. I called the man and said, do you have it? You're training her younger sister now, and get married tomorrow. your own wife that money will come and she will support you. You say you will not train you. Le Oga Chakwala school. Sir, you see this one? She will write the exam. Give me the money. She's online. She said yes. If you have me and don't know you have somebody, then you're making a mistake. But you must be willing to keep raising your hand up until you are brought out. But when you come and say, oh, is it not my wahala? Is it your own? You can't do much. Good morning, ma'am. I came across your post where you talk about men that abuse their wives by beating them. I want to ask, this abuse, is it only when a man beats his wife? What about those that don't beat but can kill you by they are beating you psychologically? And that is the most painful one. That was the tactics, the strategy of Goliath. He killed everybody in the camp psychologically. Nobody could challenge him. I need a man to fight me. When they come out, when he comes out and they see his size, everybody will melt. He took somebody that he didn't kill psychologically, that was far away in the bush, that came and was a match. But for everybody that was right there, he destroyed them psychologically. Psychological abuse is the worst. A man looked at his wife and called her by name. She turned. He said, "You're a barren woman." She came, "Mommy, I want to die." You know that cry, that the tears don't come out. It was a painful one. My husband has, give away call me, mocked me. My husband called me a barren woman. To be honest, I was crying. I told her, for that, God will give you double. And today, she's a mother of set of twins, a boy and a girl. Anybody who abuses you psychologically is doing the same thing. Each time they release one word, is a pierce on your heart. Is a punch on your heart. Is a punch on your body. It leaves you wounded internally. That's more dangerous. So abuse is abuse. Psychological, emotional, physical, they are all the same. Most of the people who commit suicide were abused psychologically. And to an extent, they can't talk about it. They don't know who to tell. But be ready to ask for help. And don't come. Share it. Now that I've said it, I'm good. I can go. The abuser is still in the home. You can't go. It's not yet done. Psychological abuse kills the internal. Physical abuse kills both the external and the internal. Abuse is abuse. Abuse is abuse. Please, can a woman that is going through emotional pain, humiliation from a man that behaves as if you can't live without him because he has money, can such a woman stay? There's a misconception. My dear, if you're like me, there is a sieve in my ear. It doesn't take trash. It doesn't take rubbish. I will not hear it. I won't let it pass. I won't let it sink. Like when somebody said, "Hey, wait, let those who have children talk before you talk." I was still childless. I didn't hear that thing. Or when somebody came and looked at my son and said, it's not even a small baby. Those kind of words, I don't hear. I don't hear it. I don't hear. When you have differences, please settle it. Nobody is telling you to divorce. But if they are beating you, R-U-N, then O, meaning run, they will kill you if you stay there. Let their senses come back and become normal. And then we talk on the table and they will write an undertaking. There's going to be a witness that if anything happens to me again, that's the only way to deal with it. And moreover, Abigail and Nabal, 1 Samuel 25. Nabal was a stupid and foolish man. Abigail didn't leave. It takes two to quarrel. It doesn't take one. It takes two people. It takes two. And they have failed the integrity test. If he says he made a mistake marrying you in the first place, he doesn't even know why you are here. There is no love, my dear. He is telling you go. Somebody said, how many times have I told you I don't love you? What are you still doing here? If I haven't heard it, I've heard it from so many people. How many times have I? You see, your presence, I detest it. It pains my heart. Clear. Even when he gets back his senses and is okay and is ready for marriage, then when he comes, sit down on a table. But when he starts coming, stay where you are. Still be talking from there. Until it's dawned on him that this is marriage. Nobody's saying, get out and go and divorce and say you're not married again. Run for your life. Was it not an electric iron that a man used? The video I watched tonight. He didn't even withdraw. I don't think that woman will leave. I don't think she's going to leave. LIVE. She might die. Because the electric iron was hard on the head. Such was blood don't come out. They run inside. Oh God, you're wicked. And God hates you. He hates you. He doesn't love you. He doesn't. There's a difference between a wicked man and a foolish man. He was a foolish man. Abigail was a bundle of wisdom. No wonder immediately died. King didn't even consider that she had been married before. He quickly came out and married her. Remember that Abigail was married to Nabal. And her wisdom, 1 Peter chapter number 3, verse 1. Your chaste attitude will win an unbelieving man. As long as abuse, violence of any kind is not there. You can finish somebody. Make the person amount to nothing by your mouth abuse, the way you talk. My husband's family did not really like me. I like this one. This is interesting. My husband's family did not really like me, but I've been enduring for 11 years now. They are Yorubas, and they say they have made consultations about me that I'm water element, and my husband is fire element. I've never heard it before. That I can bear him children. To the glory of God, I have wonderful kids for him. A boy and 2 girls. Before then, 2 years ago, God blessed me with 2 boys. Unfortunately for me, I got pregnant last month, and my husband insisted I abort, which I did. But since last week Saturday, I did it. My conscience has not let me rest, and I've not gotten my system back. I pray for instant healing. May God forgive you. You and your husband should ask God for mercy, and God will forgive you. But coming to people who like you and people who don't like you, let me tell you, when I was a child, it used to bother me. This one like me. You don't want to like me. In fact, increase it, increase the volume. You're disliking me 40%, make it 10. I will not even notice you. That's the most important. There is nothing like self-love. Love you. My major question now is, what about your husband? Does he love you? Because you said your husband's people, who married you is your husband, right? Does he love you? If he loves you, you're good. Whatever you can do for them in love, do it. Don't expect a thank you, because already you know they don't like you. So blessed are those who are not expecting anything, for they shall not be disappointed. So don't expect. Don't, you know, some sister-in-laws and brother-in-laws, they know how to be nasty. They will come to your co-wife and call that person sweetie pie, sugar pie. Join them and add coconut pie, ice cream pie. All of you should be buying that other one. Don't let it bother you. See, until you become an adult, you will keep crying. They are not talking to you. What do you need they are talking to? Will he give you visa to America or to UK? you a private jet. Or this car I love so much. Go give it to me on my birthday. My brand new Prado. Okay, if it will give me my brand new Prado, then I will bother. I'll cry. Oh, auntie, love me now. Oh, sister Biko, no brother Biko, uncle, auntie, please, they don't love me. You're a child. Love yourself. Be good to them. What about your husband? As long as he loves you, good. The love of God is supreme. Master date. Give yourself. In fact, anytime you notice that they are displaying that lack of love, go and buy orange. You don't have money for chivita. You don't have money for wine. Buy orange. Enter the room, peel, then squeeze it. Then take cucumber, slice it, and put it by the edge, right? Take your straw, then sit out and do crossing leg. Cross your leg, be taking fresh air, and be sipping it small. See, life doesn't have duplicates. Don't let anybody take your joy away. Nobody is holding your joy. You are the custodian of your joy. So that they don't give it to you, it's not an excuse for you not to enjoy yourself. Never, ever. Love yourself. Okay? Love yourself. Give yourself treats. Make yourself happy. How do I unpin this thing now? I don't know how to. Okay, I need help before it's too late. I don't use love. Okay, he doesn't love women. When he's in a relationship with you today and he sees another person, he will love another person. Sir, you have a serious problem and you need help urgently. You need to be prayed for. He doesn't love anybody. The more he tries to love, the more he will hate. That's a psychological problem. How can we handle a case where a man is having issue with his wife and then send her packing to his or her parents, to his parents in the village, not to the woman's parents? So then he will abandon her in the village and leave her there and the children and not caring. And then they used rope and tied you to a stake in that his village that he doesn't want to take. Why don't you step out and leave? And you will reconcile later. I mean, this thing doesn't need explanation. He left you in his village. And he said he doesn't want to stay with you in the town again, right? And since he bundled you because you become something to be bundled, you made yourself that way. You made yourself that way. That people can just bundle you anyhow. Bundle you and take you to the village. And then they kept you there. And he's not coming to see you. He's not bringing money. And you are still there. And you're complaining. I don't understand. So why don't you go to your own home? Why don't you return back to the city with your own money? You see? Why I said you need to be empowered yourself. Start small and gradually grow. You don't have to live in a duplex. Start in a one-room apartment. Or even share. From there, from 1, 2, you can become a multi-millionaire. Okay, because you want to marry. And then no food anymore. Nobody is checking on you. Before you know it now, the parents will begin to, of course, they start insulting you. Because you're not producing anything. Let me tell you, if you are productive and you're fruitful, and your husband does not like you, I know of a man who threatened to push his wife away. His own parents say you should try it. His own parents said, in fact, you are the one we will disown. If you touch this lady, you can imagine how nice that lady was. And the God factor. There is a God factor in everybody's life. What you're thinking might put somebody down. If the God factor is there to open the person up, and you tied yourself there, and say, my husband said I should stay here. He doesn't bring money. Hey, I cannot get it. I can't get it. So mommy and baby, we have not eaten. And like, how can I live with a man that always beats beat me up. My family are tired of him. Pastor, I'm tired. Hey, yeah, you're not tired. You're not tired. Tell me the truth. You're not tired. He still makes love to you, Abi. You're not tired. Love making is coming in pain. I'll not beat you again, okay? Yes, yes, babes. Yes, baby. You are. When people are tired, they don't say it. When your life is threatened, you will not say it. And you say you're tired, and my parents are complaining. Eh? I won't time here. No, shift. When he's okay and he's balanced, come back. Know your worth. Value does not beg. If you begged yesterday, it was a mistake. You didn't know your worth. Now, you know who you are. Value does not beg. It doesn't beg. You're tired. You're still there. And you become a punching bag. Wife is afraid. Children are afraid. Terror is coming. For how long? I've been married for 22 years. I'm married in my early 20s. I've been married for 22 years. Nobody has done. Do I misbehave? Do I? But yes. But I married a man who loves me. You know, love covers multitude. In fact, most times I'm even the one looking for trouble. This one, that one, no, the other one, this one, that one. I was telling my children the other day, I will be here. Hey, I want to drink cold water. My husband is a senior lawyer. He's a senior lecturer. He's not my age mate. The next few minutes, he's coming upstairs, holding water. But only you said you're thirsty, so I had to go and bring it. What's your opinion here?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to do a program. He will make sure
Journey is on.
he will make sure it's on. Honey, where do you want to go? Let me drop you. No, don't worry. To be stressful. Don't worry. Let me just take you and come back. Give me a way. My home is like the stream road. My protocols come and go, come on. So everything is glaring to them. Nothing is hidden. He beats you up all the time. Abi? How would they do it? Beat up in the morning, make love in the night. You people need to teach me now and cancel me because I don't get it. He beats you up anyhow. At every slightest mistake, he beats you. And you're there. Expecting the next beating. He's eating on the dining, he's beating you. He spat on your face and he will tell you, I hate you and I don't know why you're here. And you're crying. Mommy, pray for me. I don't do that kind of prayer. I'm not an ordinary pastor. Now you know I'm well-read and educated. I am. I'm not here because, do I look hungry? I'm not here because I'm looking for what to eat. I'm here because it's compulsory. This is who you are. And I cried. I was eyeing oil company. I was eyeing Chevron. I just wanted to be a help to humanity. I've seen people plan to help me. God will take them by surprise. There's something about me. So I'm doing what I'm doing because this is a mandate. It's an assignment. It's a calling. They won't invite me for a program again and I will die. They will not call me again to come and speak. Hey, Jesus Christ. Nobody will listen to me. Behave like my daughter. Take my phone, come into the room and start talking to yourself. Be gathering the information. The day God will open you up, it will be one speaking engagement that will open. And it might not even be in Nigeria. It might not be in Cameroon. It might not be in your country. It doesn't take God anything to announce, say, man, let's be calming down. You know, calming down like this, like that boy said, like you sit down and then you calm down. God bless you. Do I have any question? I just answered a few. Do I have another one? Anyone?
No, let me check picture.
I hope you've been blessed.
No.
You need to be cleared on anything. If you need to be cleared on anything, let me know. You need to be cleared on anything, I'm here. Anyone?
No.
Please, if you're new on my page, there is a criminal scammer. Anytime you get friends request, it's not me. Whether they share my video, use my picture, not me. Orphanage, not me. I don't have 2 Facebook accounts, no prayer group anywhere, no friends that love Chioma Ibezim, nobody representing me. I didn't send anybody at all. Just follow me on this page. Just follow me on this page. Any other question?
No.
I guess I've been clear. If you're in Lagos, let me know. You're in UK, let me know. We perish, but God doesn't want us to perish. I love you all. Unless, no, just how can I register for counseling? Okay, just you know your comments are gonna go off once we go off, so you can DM me. I'll get back to it. God bless you all. Remember, it's your life. Violence, my dear. Don't walk. What did I say?
No.
Run. Run. Don't stay and die. Talk from afar. Stay there. Let them go through counseling, therapies, deliverance, and it's obvious they've repented. Let there be an undertaking. And you're sure. Then you come back again. God bless you. And I'll see you Saturday, 6 a.m. Remember to give your offering. Don't come and run away. DM me, and then let me know. If you're on Facebook, on YouTube, you're in Lagos, you're in UK, let me know immediately. Just let me know. God bless you. Give your offering. Okay? Love you, IG. So see you Saturday, 6 a.m. Nigerian time. We just come and Mali, Boli, Zakit, and then you will hear testimonies that has been happening since the death of Osina Timon because I just couldn't share. Thank you, darling. Robinson. God bless you. Run, please. Run. Save your life first. Talk from where you are. Negotiate from where you are. Somebody has gone off, so don't stay with him so he doesn't kill you. And then he will now repent. And then marry another one. And now learn lesson with you that he will now apply. Don't agree. Once they start pulling belts, flogging you anyhow with the head of belt, using iron, weapon, using hand, take silpers. You have car and leave those things behind. You will buy them. We can always buy them. Save your life first. You didn't upload offering on Instagram. Oh my God.
It has gone off.
No, it's still here. God bless you all. Let me go back to my class. So you keep praying for me. It's not easy. Oh my God. Always in class. Doing this course and then doing this one again. Oh my goodness. Too many full time. The full time and other things. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you, Father. Have you done that? We are looking for the fruit of the womb. I command your wombs to open. Whatever whatever pain you're going through, thank you. No. Give your offering. They will congratulate you. Whatever that is not of God, that is in operation in your life, it is broken right now. Whatever, open, whatever. Mande lagada, rabazia gadia lagada, riabajia gadia lagada. In the testimony. Amen. Yes, yes.